Welcome back to your afternoon Course in Miracles, lesson 214 that I record in the morning now because, well, if it's going to get done, it's going to get done. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. So we're reviewing lesson 194. I place the future in the hands of God. All right. All your powers in the present. I place the future in the hands of God. There's no sense you worrying about the future. The past is gone. The future is not yet. Now am I freed from both, for what God gives can only be for good. And I accept but what he gives as what belongs to me. So this lesson review could really bring great relief to you if you're a worrywart, if you're just constantly trying to plan, because that's what the ego does. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I place the future in the hands of God. So lesson 214 could help you if you can get out of the past because you know it's gone. And the future is not yet, you could stop it with your imaginary projections. It could help you have more peace right now. What do you think of that? Lesson 214. Jesus said, worries about the future, anxieties about the future, regret over the past, shame over the past, all that kind of stuff is the source of most of your upsets because you're focused on the past or future. You're living in a fantasy world. You're reliving all these projections. And if you are not present, you are not really doing anything at all. You are wasting your time giving all your attention to these fantasy worlds, reliving your projections. So presence is the only point of new creation. If you're focusing on the past, you are contaminating the present with the past, and you are creating a future that will be like the past. So if you have some type of PTSD, you are literally feeding your own trauma when you keep on reliving the past and focusing on the past and re-hurting yourself. So this is a big to-do list today. Use your senses to keep you focused in the present. See it, feel it, smell it, focus on it in the presence and give it to God. Keep yourself focused in the present so that you can have a point of new creation. So I would definitely say that we should all be relating to this because how often do you ruminate about something that happened and you replay it and then it like sort of transforms into like a future fantasy daydream potential occurrence. Like you're nuts. You're freaking nuts all the time. You're hardly ever focused in this now moment exclusively. You've gotten really good at running programs of repetitions of just this side movies. Got a lot of different screens going on in your mind with things playing out. So can you get yourself focused in the now by like right now, I could be focused on how the rug feels on my toes and how, even like this chair, it's really not comfortable. But me focusing on it puts me here, right now, seeing if my nostrils are clear or not, how do things look, the texture of the plants, like, I don't know. There's a lot of different ways that you could bring yourself here. in this point right now. That's the point of new creation. So if you want to create something new in your life that is unlike anything that you've had, because we're just going on the assumption that you don't like your past. If you don't want to keep on creating that, you have to get in the present moment and give it to God. Give your energy to the right here, right now. So use your senses was the advice from Jesus today, to get into the present moment. And that was a little bit of a harsh truth bomb. We think that we're supposed to talk about our trauma. We think that we're supposed to heal it by breaking it up into little pieces and trying to figure it out. And really all that does is hurt ourselves again and again and again and again and again, and give it power. So anyways, that's that. Whoa, lesson 214. Pathwaysoflight.org. Welcome to the reading, A Course in Miracles Workbook, Lesson 214, Insights. Review. I am not a body, I am free. I am still as God created me. I place the future in the hands of God. Placing the future in the hands of God is the same as placing my trust in God instead of the ego. It is giving my life to God and letting the Holy Spirit write the script instead of letting the script be written by the voice of fear and separation, the ego. This life of separation is a dream in truth. There is no past and there is no future. The ego thought system always wants to make time appear to be real. It does this by projecting a future that is based on the past. The Holy Spirit, on the other hand, knows there is no past and there is no future. The Holy Spirit guides us all to extend love now. The Holy Spirit knows of only wholeness or oneness now and forever. Placing my future in the hands of love will bring me only the experience of love, the experience of my true self. Because only love is real, the only thing I can experience in truth is love. If I want something else, I will experience something else, but that does not make the experience real. The only thing I ever choose between is love and illusions. That which I desire, I will experience because of the power of my mind. Today, my practice is to open my mind to God, to love, and God will do the rest. That is how I place the future in the hands of God. What is my choice today? What I choose, I will experience. To choose love, I need only remember to open my mind to the awareness of love's presence. I need but ask myself, what is really the truth? What I ask for, I will receive. Today, I practice opening my mind to love, to God. What could be a better choice? This is the choice for happiness. This is the choice for letting go of pain and vulnerability. This is the choice for true power and the choice to let go of belief and weakness. Today, I place the future in the hands of God. The ego does not trust the future. It believes the future will repeat the past, and the past has taught that nothing is reliable. Everything changes and will not last. Since the ego is the rejection of God, it definitely does not trust God. So the ego is always in a catch-22 situation. It does not want the past to be repeated, but it believes that the future will be like the past Because the ego believes only in its own insane thought system, it cannot trust anything from outside that thought system. And so it seems to be trapped in an endless cycle of insanity. Today, we are given the means to step out of the cycle. We need only place the future in God's hands, and the cycle of insanity is broken. Putting the future in God's hands takes a heavy burden off of our minds. We no longer need to spend our time making plans to protect ourselves from 1,000 different eventualities. We are free to experience the present fully without concern for the future. We no longer need to dwell on the past because the past is not here. When I stop dwelling on it, I no longer bring it with me, and so it is gone. The present moment is clean and pure, free of the false images of the past. Now I am able to see love and nothing else, because love is all there is to see. When I place the future in God's hands, my step is light, my heart is filled with joy, defenses are laid down, and I embrace my brother who is one with me. Pathwaysoflight.org. So, what do you think of that? Today's Aiden's birthday. Happy birthday, Aiden. Yeah, that's a big deal. That Pathways of Light definitely gave some good insights, how to let go of the past, quit bringing it with you. So how do you do that? You give the future over to God. That's what today's lesson is. All right. So 2:14, I am not a body. I am free, for I am still as God created me. I place the future in the hands of God. I mean, seriously, you ain't got no business with it. As a parent, I love this lesson because you can worry yourself sick, literally, worrying about the future for your kids. So give yourself a little reprieve today and say, I place the future in the hands of God. The past is gone. The future is not yet. Now I am freed from both. For what God gives can only be for good. So that means, like, at this point, you gotta give up that scary version of God if you created that in your head. God gives what can only be for good. And I accept but what he gives as what belongs to me. So then that really puts you in the receiving mode. I am not a body. I am free, for I am still as God created me. Dang it. If I'm holding this, how am I going to slam this book today? Ugh.